Hi everyone, and thanks for attending the second half of our Lymphatics and Movement seminar today. I would like to go ahead and introduce our movement instructor. Naomi Aaronson has been an occupational therapist for 30 years, specializing in rehabilitation of the upper extremity. She has worked with breast cancer patients post-surgery, as well as women who have had breast reconstruction. After a car accident, Naomi discovered Pilates and found that it benefited not only her, but her breast cancer patients physically, emotionally, and cognitively. As co-author of the book Pilates for Breast Cancer Survivors, A Guide to Recovery, Healing, and Wellness, Naomi has sought to share the benefits of Pilates for survivors throughout the world. The book has been published not only in English, but in Spanish and Chinese. Welcome, Naomi, and I hope everyone enjoys the second half of the class with our movement session.
Thank you, Angela. So today I'm going to build upon Angela's presentation, and we're going to be using breathing and movement to enhance lymphatic flow. Now, there's a couple of things that I just would like to remind you about. If you find that things are a little bit too strenuous, feel free to stop what you're doing and rejoin us when you're able to. Also, work at your own level. It shouldn't be painful, so work within a pain-free zone. If you do have lymphedema, please be sure to wear your sleeve, and if you have a gauntlet, the two of them as well. Now, if after you've noticed after this presentation today that maybe your arm feels heavier, it looks more swollen, maybe it's painful. If you haven't been exercising, that might be because we're really doing something that your body's not used to, so see your medical provider. Because if your arm isn't used to this, it might just be too much too soon. So you wanna really be careful if it's your first time of really doing any exercise. So today, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be focusing on three things, okay? So I call it BAP, so breathing, alignment, and posture. The first thing we're going to be working on is posture. Now, why during a lymphedema exercise session are we talking about posture? And posture is really important because if you're like a lot of people today, you're working at a desk, you're hunched forward, after you've had surgery, you may have protected the arm, which is a natural reaction, and the back tends to flex, the arm tends to come in, so we want to open you up. And so that's why posture is important and alignment's important. So before we start, and we're going to be starting the exercise portion with breathing, we have to get everybody set up. So the first thing is, with posture, is a neutral pelvis. Now, what's a neutral pelvis? So I'm going to move to the side, you don't have to. And a neutral pelvis is halfway in between what we call a posterior tilt and an anterior tilt. So if you sit like this, this is a posterior tilt. You can see my pelvis, this area here is back. Now, if you sit anteriorly, which is me, I have a gap here, and I tend to really kind of enunciate that. That's not good either. So the place that we want to be is called a neutral pelvis. So what is a neutral pelvis? So a neutral pelvis is halfway in between that posterior and anterior tilt. So if you place your little finger of both hands and your ring finger on your ASIS, and that's your hip bones here. So, and make a heart. And right in the middle of your heart is your belly button. So we're making our heart here. So if we move our pelvis back for that posterior tilt, our thumbs come down. That's not good. Now if we move it forward so our thumbs come back up, that's anterior tilt. And you could feel like tension in the lower part of your back. That's not good. We want it to be the same plane. We want our thumbs and our index fingers to be on the same plane. So let's try that again. We're going to move back. So our thumbs are down, our index fingers are higher. And then if we move forward, our thumbs are higher and our index fingers are lower. But we want everything to be on the same plane. Now, what does that do? That puts you in an ideal posture, and that's a goal. It's hard to achieve. And today's class will be sitting and using our core, and that's where the alignment comes in. So what I'd like you to do is move forward in your chair so everybody's feet should be on the floor. Now, let's start from the head. So our ears should be over our shoulders. Our shoulders should be over our hips. And now you can move that pelvis forward and back to get that neutral pelvis. Now, if you find that you're uncomfortable, you could also place a pillow behind you to support your back, because we will be using a lot of our trunk here for support. Now, if you draw a line down your ASIS, those are your hip bones, our legs should be hip width distance apart. A lot of times we think our hips are bigger than they are. So that's why I'm saying to draw a line down, and then under your knees will be your ankles. So we want everything to be hip width distance apart. Now, you should place weight on your feet. And I have very high arches, so I have a tendency to kind of go to the sides of my body. Now, why do we want to place weight on our feet? We recently had a storm here in New York and New Jersey, and a lot of trees came down. And what I noticed was that the trees that were dead in the middle, so their core weren't strong, were the trees that ended up falling down, and we had so many cars that were split in half because of that storm. So place weight on your feet. Think about weight on all your toes and all your heels while we're in that good, ideal, neutral pelvis posture. And remember, the ears over our shoulders. Now, why do we want to be in that alignment again as well? Well, think about your head. If your head is forward from working on computers like this, for every inch that your head is forward, your head is like a huge weight. So we want those ears to be right over our shoulders. We don't want the head to be too far forward. If the head is too far forward, then this is what happens. Now, why is that bad? That's bad because we're not allowing our lungs and our diaphragm to fill up. And we want to get utmost benefit from our lungs. Now, this part here, the core that I was talking about before with the tree, if this part isn't strong of our tree, we don't have good roots, and that's where our feet are, then we're going to end up flailing in the wind like a tree. So that's why we need to really get those feet into the earth, really get those roots into the earth, weight on both feet and on your heels and your neutral pelvis, and everything lined up. Okay, now that we've got everything lined up, we can start to breathe. Now, if you're sitting forward, you're going to feel like, wow, this is a lot of work here, because we're really holding up this part of our body. But thinking back to that tree has to be able to hold up itself, right, by its roots, and be able to maneuver in that wind. And our bodies have to do the same thing too. We have to be able to support ourselves and balance ourselves. So that's why strengthening this area is important. Also activating our diaphragm is important. but many of us don't do that breathing part. We think we're breathing, but sometimes we're not breathing properly using our diaphragm. We're using these muscles here, or the muscles in our neck. So let's try and see, how do we breathe? Let's place one hand on our chest, one hand on our abdomen. Close your eyes, and we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. You can open up your eyes. Now think about it. Where did you feel more movement? Did you feel more movement in the chest, or did you feel more movement in the abdomen? If you're doing diaphragmatic breathing, you should feel more movement in the abdomen. It should fill up like a balloon. A lot of us are what's called shallow breathers, which means that we're really focusing on using these accessory muscles here in the chest and the neck. We really want to focus down here. So let's try that again. Place one hand on your abdomen, one hand on your chest. And let's see if you could bring a lot of attention now towards the abdomen and really try and make that balloon in the abdomen really fill up as you inhale. And then as you exhale, you should feel it come down. So we're going to inhale through the nose. And now exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We don't think about breathing, but we need to bring more focus to it. So we do feel movement here, but you should feel more movement here to get that diaphragmatic going, breathing going. Okay, so thinking about that breathing now, we're going to be working the trunk. And that's this part of the body here. So get your roots down, gather your roots. You can place your hands behind your ears like so. If that's too much, you can place your hands here. So those are some options. So now we're going to come forward. I'm going to show you. We're going to come forward from the hips like so, and then come up. You'll be surprised at how much that activates the muscles there. So we're going to inhale, and now exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Two more. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Are your roots still secure? Exhale forward. Inhale back. Good. Okay, you can place your hands here if you find that you're getting tired. Now we're going to do what's called rotation. If you have osteoporosis in the spine, I would advise you to continue with it or what we just did before, but we're going to turn. So we're going to turn our whole bodies. Be aware, your hip bones are like headlights. Keep those headlights focused ahead of you. So you can place your hands here or else here. Those are some options. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to turn to the right. As we exhale, inhale forward. Good. Now we're going to exhale to the left. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale forward. Good. Turn to the right. Exhale. And now inhale. Good. Exhale to the left. So we're turning to the left. The head turns as well. And then forward. Last time. Exhale to the right. Keep those headlights shining forward. Inhale forward. Exhale to the left. Inhale forward. So you should feel the muscles in your abdomen really working. Now, we're going to place our hands here for this exercise. We're going to bend to the right, like so. If you have osteoporosis, I would continue with those other exercises. And now inhale up. As you inhale, think of yourself getting nice and tall. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Are your feet moving? Make sure to keep those roots in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Get nice and tall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the left. And inhale. Good. You can place your hands down. They might be getting tired now. Okay. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to move on to the neck. Now just make sure that you're still in alignment. You can check yourself in the Zoom video there. Okay. So now we're going to combine the breathing again with some neck movement. We gradually move down the body. So the first thing we're going to do is neck movement. We're going to inhale, flex your neck to the right as you exhale, and inhale up. Good. Exhale to the left. And now inhale up. Now you may find one side is more limited. Exhale, which is totally normal. Inhale. You may find that the affected arm might be more limited toward on that side of your affected arm, or even your dominant arm. Inhale, exhale, ear to shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Are your headlights still shining? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, did you notice if your shoulder was going up? Let's try that again, and let's try and see if we can keep that shoulder down as we bring our ear to the shoulder, so that opposite shoulder stays down, and then bring it up. Inhale. Exhale. And bring it up. Last time. Exhale. Bring it up. Exhale. And inhale. So you may have noticed tightness. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate. So we're going to turn again to the right. So we're going to just use our neck this time. So inhale. Exhale, turn. Try and look over your right shoulder. And inhale, back to center. Exhale. Turn to the left. Is that opposite shoulder coming up? Come back to center. Good. Turn to the right. Rotate to the right. And center. Rotate to the left. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Left, back to center. Good. Now what we're going to do is I call it a clock. So we're going to rotate the neck around in a clock. And you may notice as you go around the clock, so the clock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you may notice tightness in one part as you do that. So the whole purpose of this is really to loosen everything up, to get your breathing and coordinate the breathing with the movement. So let's start by inhaling. Nice and slow, we're gonna go clockwise. Inhale, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do that again. Now, it's not necessarily to look back. Just think about moving just nicely in a circle. Inhale, exhale, around, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. So that's the opposite direction. So now inhale, exhale, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. One more time. Inhale, exhale, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. We just as a society, we tend to get a lot of tension here. So the next exercises are really designed to help get rid of some of the tension. You can place your hands by your sides, and we're going to inhale, bring our shoulder blades up to the ears, and exhale, slowly bring down. So our fingers are pointing towards the floor, reaching towards the floor. Inhale, and now exhale, fingers reaching towards the floor. Keep those roots activated. Inhale, shoulder blades up to the ears. Exhale, all the way down. Fingers reaching for the floor. Last time, inhale. And now exhale, slowly bring down. Now the next exercise is a little tricky. And this exercise, you don't need to turn, I'm facing this way. And it's called Protraction Retraction. Why am I focusing on this exercise? Because it activates the muscles in the back. And that's where we tend to be weak. So we're gonna inhale, reach forward like we're hugging a child, and then we're gonna use the muscles in the back and bring the elbows back. Reach forward as you inhale like you're hugging someone. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades together so they're not really kissing, but they're getting close. Inhale, so you don't want to come back using those muscles. You want to use your back muscles. So this is a workout because we're sitting nice and tall as we do this. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, bringing those shoulder blades closer together. Okay, you can bring your hands down. And now we're going to do a circular movement. So you'll be thinking about making a circle with your shoulders. We're going to start with the right. So arms to the side, we're just going forward, up, back, around. So we're combining some of those movements we just did. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Are you losing those headlights? Now left. 1. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time. 1. Now we're going to do both. So really think about it. You're making a circle. Think about you're making a circle. It's like a counterclockwise circle there. So inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, shoulders forward, up, back, and around. You should feel that your body's getting taller as you come back around. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, you can bring your hands to the side. And we're going to Velcro your elbows to your side. And think about it like a book opening up or a door opening up. So we're going to open that door and then shut that door. So inhale and exhale, slowly shut it, nice and easy. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now we're going to start working on the arms, the shoulders. So this might be a good time to take a break if you feel that you're tired. All right. And you could also kind of do those if you feel like you're getting tight as well. Okay, now we're going to bring our arms forward. So they're at about shoulder with distance apart, and they're at shoulder height. Now, if you find that this is too much, because there's a lot going on here, we're really trying to sit up nice and straight, we're doing a lot of activation. So if you find that you need to stop, that's fine. Now, think about that image of the book opening up. We're going to open up like so. Feel yourself getting taller. Now, you should be able to see your arms in your peripheral vision, so don't go too far back. Inhale. And now exhale. So thumbs are up. You should be able to see your arms in your peripheral vision. Inhale. And now exhale. Thumbs are up. Inhale. So close that door, those doors. Open those doors. Close those doors. Open the doors. Last time. Close those doors. Open the doors. Now breathing in, sitting up nice and tall. Feel yourself getting taller. Thumbs are up. We're going to do some arm circles towards the screen. So we're inhaling and exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can bring your hands down as well. Now you can take a little break. And you could bring your hands, your elbows back to your sides. Now all we're doing, this is a simple movement, is we're working on posture. So we're going to inhale and just bring your elbows back. So you should feel your back activating. And then come forward. Bring them forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You can bring your hands down. Okay, so we're going to use the shoulders and the arms a little bit more. We're going to bring the right arm forward up into the air gradually. So, and then our left arm down. So fingers are pointing towards the earth. So gradually bring the right hand up and the left hand down. So you should feel a nice stretch here in the axillary area. Inhale, and now exhale, try and stretch more. Try and get taller. Think about that image of the tree. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Nice and tall. Now, thinking about that tree kind of bending in the wind, we're going to go up and over to the opposite side, feeling that nice stretch in that area. Okay, fingers reaching for the earth, and then come back down, and you could just take a little break because that's kind of a strenuous type of exercise, like a whole body type of exercise. We're going to work on the other side as well. But please feel free, if you do need a break, to take that break. So we're working on really trying to strengthen muscles in the back, Stretch muscles here in the chest and in the axillary area. Let's take some breath, inhaling and exhaling. And now let's bring the left arm up, gradually inhaling, and the right arm down. Fingers reaching for the floor. Inhale as you reach nice and tall, and the right arm is down, so the left arm is nice and tall, reaching for that ceiling, feeling yourself gaining height, growing. And now inhale, try and stretch up even more. Feel that body, feel the lengthening here. And now inhale, exhale, up and over to the opposite side. Now as you go over, make sure that your left hip stays on the chair. We don't want that to come up. And now come back down. And we could just circle like so. Just okay. Good. Now bring the arms back up so they're about shoulder height. If you need to have them down, that's fine as well. We're going to exhale and make like a stop sign and then bring it down. Inhale and now exhale. Inhale and now exhale. Good. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. And now you can bring your hands all the way down for a little break. Swimming is a really good exercise for lymphedema. So we're going to do some pretend swimming. And the first stroke that we're going to do is the breaststroke. So you're going to bring your arms up to about breast height. We're going to push the water away and then come back in. So remember, as you push, make sure you keep it within your peripheral vision. So inhale and exhale. Push that water away. Inhale. Exhale. Push it away. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. Push it away. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Push it away. You could bring your hands to your chest. And now, are you in the same position you started at? Are your feet rooted into the earth? Is your pelvis neutral still? Are you feeling nice and tall? We're going to work the back now. Now, the whole thing with the back is a lot of people use their neck. What I want you to think about is really lifting your chest towards the ceiling and then come back. There shouldn't be any pain. If you do experience any pain, less is more. So I'm doing less here and then coming back. So I'm extending, I'm lifting my chest towards the ceiling. Now let's just hold it there. Let's take some deep breaths in, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, and now come back to center. Okay, bring your hands down. Now you could do this next exercise however you feel. You could start here, you can bring your arms down. But what we're going to be doing is just bending and extending. Bend and extend. Inhaling and exhaling. The thing with Pilates breathing is it's very confusing, but the most important thing is that we continue breathing, using that diaphragm, working our core, strengthening the trunk of our body. Two more. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, good, last time. Now, we're going to work on the wrist. Now, this movement is like a figure 8. We're going to start at the right. So I'm going to be making a horizontal figure 8. Now again, you can get your shoulder involved, you can get the wrist involved. If you don't want to, you can place your elbow by your side like so, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time. And now put that hand down. Feel free to take a break. Remember that. Okay. Get those roots into the earth. Now working the left. So we're going to be making that horizontal figure 8 or infinity sign with the left. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Drawing that figure 8. You can make it bigger if you want to, or you could even make it smaller if you want to. It's up to you, however you feel. So you've got a lot of options. Okay, good. All right, now we're going to go on to the fingers. So let's start with the right hand. You can place your left hand like so. And we're just going to touch each finger to the thumb. Nice and slow, inhaling and exhaling. Nice and easy. Last time, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Now make a fist. And let's imagine that you're spreading fairy dust all over. So we're going to spread fairy dust all over. Fairy dust all over. Fairy dust all over. Fairy dust all over. Now moving on to the left. So let's work each finger. Inhaling and exhaling. Touching each finger to the thumb. Last time around. Okay, make a fist and spread your fairy dust. Spread your fairy dust. Spread your fairy dust. Fairy dust. Fairy dust. Now both hands, we're gonna be spreading fairy dust all over, all right? So, to the ceiling, to the floor, to the ceiling, to the right, to the left, down to the right knee, down to the left knee, all the way up, to the right, to the left, to the right, and now finally come back to center. Bring both hands together, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now bring both arms, lace them together. Inhale, up. Now imagine you're that tree, that really big tree. Feel yourself growing tall, taller, tallest, all the way up, or both headlights facing forward. Hold it there. And now you're a very strong tree, but you can bend to the right. Keep that left hip on the chair as you exhale. Now inhale, exhale to the left. Keep that right hip on that chair. And now come back to center. Bring both arms down. And let's just do a couple of stretches just to end. You can place both hands here. Now, if you do have osteoporosis, you can do that one, this one, where you're lifting the chest. But if you don't, we're going to round our backs. So we're going to going into that posterior tilt to stretch everything in the back out. And then slowly coming forward. So rounding. So we're releasing everything and coming forward. Rounding. Coming forward. Last time. Rounding. Coming forward. And just inhale. Exhale up. And then press down. Press your arms down. Inhale up. Feel yourself growing. And press down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Feel your body growing tall again. And press down. Last time. Inhale. And now exhale. Press down. And bring your arms to the side. And just shake everything out. Just shake it out. Feel like a rag doll. You should feel like a rag doll, letting everything loose. And I'd like to thank you for your attention today.